If not, I'll drop it to 77. Yes, I like odd numbers, so I'm gonna. Good morning, guys. Yep, iced coffee. Starting to get warm, starting to get hot. But you know what? I'd rather tolerate this hot and have this blue sky practically every day over the rain and the storms and the humidity that Oklahoma, Arkansas are getting, Texas. Lord Almighty. Had a great weekend at the Shoot Dang Fest, and then guess what? You guys get all the rain. I came in, brought in some sunshine, and then I left, and you guys got the rain. But you know what? Rain is good. I'll admit that. Gives abundance of water, something that we need here. But I enjoy the sun. I enjoy the blue sky. And you just step in the shade. But with that said, guys, I'm going to be working on my air conditioning unit because it's a must at this point in time of the year. Going to hit the hundreds. Inside that tin can, it's going to be a little bit higher than 100. Even though it's well insulated, radiation heat is something. So I got my air conditioning unit. I'll be setting that up. I tested it on last week or so. I'll be putting that on this video and you'll see the results. So with that, guys, stick with me and enjoy the show. All the transporting this box does, it lets go just before I bring it up the ramp. I guess that's a fortunate thing. So anyway, I bought this months ago. It was a daily deal on Amazon. Got it for like 170 bucks. Retails for 350-ish. They're still going for 350, 390. So I'm really glad I got it, but will it work? Let's find out. Keep on watching. Alright guys, you just saw me put it together. Pretty simple, it's plug and play. Let me get over here. I'm pulling, my solar panels are probably dirty. I'm gonna go clean them real quick and then get back to this. But you can't really see, but it's pulling 320 watts right now. It's charging the batteries. My battery's at 100%. Here's my little screen right here. 13.4 volts, no draw at this point in time right here. So I got my extension plugged in, red and black, to my power bar, and then the power bar plugged into the AC. So I'll go clean the solar panels and then I'll get back to you in a second here and we'll give it a test run. All right, as you can see, the AC is plugged in. I have my vent going outside. No, it's not going to stay in this position right here. The power is on, and then I got my AC. It's pretty easy, so we'll see what happens in a little bit. All right guys, I got power. That's the on button. My fan selection, which is auto, low, medium, high. My dehumidifier, my cooler, and the fan only. So I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to put it on cool. Oh, all right, let's turn this on. It's on dehumidifier. It's on cool, 70 degrees. Let's drop it to 67. Now let's put on high. All right guys, So it's been running for a good minute now. Air is cool, 3-4 minutes. Battery's still at 100% charging. 12.1 volts, 60 watts being pulled. The fan just came on. The only other thing that I've got running on my 12 volt right now is my ceiling fan that I'm gonna turn off here in a sec, and my lights. All right, it's cooling at 67. Let's bring it down to 65. 65 is really, really cold. So far, so good. So the AC is pulling a little right now because I dropped the cooling down to 65. Now this is really cold air. All right, guys, there's my AC. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let it run for a while, see what happens, see if my percentage drops here, and what's gonna go on right here with my inverter. So far, so good. And then I'm also gonna try it at nightfall, what happens to the battery, how long it's gonna last. My battery's at 100%, breaker's off. My solar is not charging my batteries whatsoever. 13 volt, 120 volt, ready to go. So let me turn you around. I'm gonna run the AC. All right, guys. So right now I dropped it down to 64. I just want to draw as much power as I can to test it, test my batteries and my solar system. And right now it's pretty good. I had it at 79 and it stopped cooling, but the fan was still going. And I only used 1% of my battery. My battery charge went back up to 99, and that was after like 7 minutes or so. So now I'm testing it. I'm dropping it to 64 to draw as much power as I can. Not that it's going to get 64 in here all over the place for it to stop, but I'll check it in about 10 minutes or so. And this is just to cut the heat inside this trailer when it hits 105, 107 outside, because it's pretty well insulated, but you're still in a box. So with the fan going, sucking up the hot air in the ceiling, I also got my lights going and everything, and I got my AC going. It's working well. I'm gonna install it a little bit more permanently with the exhaust duct into my floor and out from underneath. So I'm not gonna put a vent in the walls or in the ceiling because things might change. So it's easier to patch a wood floor than a freaking tin wall or ceiling roof. So anyway, enough jibber jabber. Oh my God. Before we get started, I gotta clean this mess. Let's get it. On the underneath part of my floor that I'm gonna do here. This is my concept. This is gonna be my exhaust. Got a little metal mesh, plastic, yeah, it's plastic, grill, so whatever can't get in there, birds and whatnot. And then I'm gonna stick this underneath. All right, guys, so this is the drain for my shower that I'm gonna install. I did drill a hole, and then right underneath there is a nice clear area to put my plumbing and drain. This is gonna be wall and closed off eventually. So I'm gonna install my hole somewhere around in here, right about here hopefully. I gotta see where the cross members and everything come up. All right guys, I know this is hard to see, but this is the nose part of the trailer. See how it goes, a triangle? So I got a nice wide opening right here. I know about halfway right here, got my shower this way from this half. So right now I got to measure the thickness of my wall, which is probably the thickness of this beam right here, but I'm going to add probably a couple of inches. I'm going to drill my hole over on this side, and then from the top I'm going to go up top, and from the hole I'm going to draw a circle, and I'm going to come back. So my exhaust is going to come out right here of the hot air. It's not extremely hot, it won't burn, it's just hot air from the inside in the AC unit. Alright guys, so you saw me take the measurements inside real quick, so let's measure. From the tip right here, I'm going 6 inches out, which is right about here, and I'm going 3 inches in from the wall, so it's about here. Alright, let me put a mark right there and then I'll drill. Keep on watching. Alright guys, that is perfect. It's about 1.5 inches away from the wall, and right where I need it. So this is the outside piece right here, and I'm gonna draw my hole right like that. It's gonna be the edge, see, right inside, and then I'm gonna draw my hole, start cutting around for the exhaust. And we all know that it's all clear under there, so I won't hit anything. Alright guys, there we have it. I know it's not perfect. I did a slit a little bit too much there. Alright guys, so here I am underneath. Again, there's my exhaust. And I'm gonna put it right up in here. It's right up at the point. So I'm gonna put my cap on, which is this piece. Screw it on here and then lift it up. And then we'll go from there. Alright? Alright guys, so you see this right here? So I'm thinking of maybe putting a metal clamp right here. So that's what I'm going to be working on later. So keep on watching guys, there's more. Well shit, I forgot to hit record, but all I did was connect this exhaust to the back, and then I plugged my AC in the power bar. So 395 watts coming in right now from my solar, and I'll set this probably at 79 because I think it's a good temperature, and if not, I'll drop it to 77. Yes, I like odd numbers, so I'm gonna stick to the odds. So 79 to start, and then I'll see if it's significant. If not, 77, 75, and so on. Okay, so power, it's set at 77, 79. My fan is on high and it's on cooling. Drop it to 71. That's the year I was born, so it's got to be the best number. There we go. There we go, it's cooling. Alright guys, it's been running for about 3 to 5 minutes, not even, and I can feel the difference walking in here. It was pretty cool. Right now it's set at 71 degrees. Cold air coming out, exhausting through the hole. So keep on watching guys, there's more. Alright guys, so I ran my AC, it's still running right now, but yesterday I ran it as low as possible. I ran it down to 0. That killed the batteries in 7.5 hours of use continuously. So, and it got nice in here. I was really comfortable. And so this had a problem recharging my batteries. So I put them on a battery charger that I got right down here. See that? So I recharged my batteries, and that took about 3 hours per battery, and considering it's not too bad. I'll give you guys an update on how well it cools this place and keeps it cool. So underneath I put duct tape on the openings that there was, because it's a slightly oval, so it's rednecked real good. Did I use the word redneck? I rednecked it. Everything's working great. I've got my charge. I'm really happy. It's charging. Sun's going down. So, yeah. So far, so good, guys. Keep on watching. There's more. Hey again, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this video. I thought I had more stuff, but that explains pretty much everything about my AC. And I'll be using it this weekend at work. So we'll see how it goes. I got my swamp cooler to compensate also. So that'll be it. And until next time, ciao.